Good evening, this is Stormcastle, and today we're going to do a read-through. We haven't done this in a while, and I've chosen a book, Strange Tales number 144, from February 10th, 1966. The cover art is by Jack Kirby, and the first story is Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. by Jack Kirby, and the second story is Doctor Strange. I'm just going to do the second story of Doctor Strange, because I am much more interested in the Doctor Strange story than I am in the Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. He really was at my back. But if you are a fan of Nick Fury, this is also the first appearance of Jasper Sitwell, from what I understand. And this is I'm interested. I am a Doctor Strange fan. Longtime viewers know that I like Strange Tales. I like Doctor Strange, I like the Silver Age stuff, and I love Steve Ditko's work. So we're going to take a look at that. This is part of Steve Ditko's final story before he left Marvel, which in the end shows off Eternity. If you are a big fan of Eternity. So there is that, and we have done that story before. I've done that story before, but I got this recently within the last month, and I really wanted to show it off. So I have newer glasses, which I still need to kind of get used to, so if I'm a little slow or something, it's because I have newer glasses. So, Doctor Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts, where man hath never trod. Observe and tremble, insolent mortal. See the fate of the female who rescued you once before, and know that you are responsible for what happened, for what awaits her. Let's get a little closer. Dormammu speaks the truth, for it was by aiding me that the girl incurred his anger. Now it is I who must rescue her. Yet I am helpless, for I could not reach her in time to save her from the fear of my malevolent foe. In case the scene looks a bit familiar to you, be it known that, through the generosity of magnanimous Marvel, you are reliving the dramatic moment when the enraged Dormammu, thwarted his attempt to destroy Doctor Strange, turned his rampaging wrath on the mysterious silver-haired girl who has befriended the Master of the Mystic Arts, as revealed in Strange Tales 141, or was that 142? Forgetful Stan. Written with Roy Thomas has writing credits, Stan Lee has editing credits, but Steve Ditko is the writer and artist. It says plot and illustrated with profundity by, but lettered by the windows closed by Artie, Simek. So, let's hop into the story. Like a man spellbound, Doctor Strange beholds, Dormammu, wait! Your quarrel is not with her, it is with me. True, victorious one. But I give my word not to attack you. You stay in your own cherished dimension. And thus, I shall strike at you the only way that fate has left me, by punishing this girl who, my subject, who's betrayed me. What he doesn't know, and we won't know for decades after, is that is the daughter of Umar the Untouchable, his sister. That is Clea, who we find get her name at the end of this run. And now, while his disciples battle elsewhere for his very life, we see the ectoplasmic form of the venerated Ancient One, drifting through a dimensional corridor. I must locate for Doctor Strange the girl who Dormammu has hurled into unknown universes. Only thus can I repay him for his unswerving devotion to me. But as the desperate search continues, the Master of the Dark Dimension receives a report from his many mercenaries. It is I, Lord Artie, the all-seeing. I bring you the word, the Ancient One's progress. Then cut with it, the omniscient one. Is he near the appointed place? Yes, great Dormammu. At the very moment he approaches the outer reaches of cosmic infinity, he is in position. Shall I not now hasten there to make ready for the trap for Doctor Strange? What? You mindless floating mask? Need you ask me that? Hurry, act before it's too late. For if you fail to lure my enemy to an alien dimension where I am under no power to spare him, you yourself will suffer. The plan that I have for him. Now go. Yes, Trod 1. And rest assured I shall not fail. Short time later, as Doctor Strange returns from his recent turbulent clash with the minions of Baramordo. Master, have you any word of the female I seek? That I cannot tell with certainty. Yet come with me, my son, for perhaps, but I can say no more. So we slide over here. Following the ethereal form of his mentor through a mystic barrier, the familiar sorcerer finds himself in an unfamiliar universe. The Ancient One, and a being by whom his regal bearing must be the ruleless dimension. Hail to thee, Master! Thee, O sovereign of this far-flung world! Have you summoned me here with news of her who I seek? Of her search? He seeches, wow. We cannot be sure, magician. And yet the Ancient One has sensed the presence of some powerful magic spell on the outer edge of infinity. A spell that could only be cast by Trod himself. But I caution you against journeying there. No one has ever done so and survived to tell of it. Your well-meant warning is of no avail for me, King, for I owe my very life to Dormammu's. Dormammu's prisoner is a debt I must pay, no matter what the price. Beware, my son, for we do not know if this is truly the dimension or wherein he exiles a girl. It may be a trap. That is true, yet she has suffered so much for my sake that I must take the risk. Fare thee well, and may the omnipotent Ashtor protect thee. Meanwhile, in the weird dominion that exists in the twilight area, the edges of infinity, the sole inhabitant of the fearsome realm receives an ominous message. Be on guard, Otaza. The one called Doctor Strange comes indeed to destroy you. My thanks for your warning, mighty Dormammu. And mighty Taza. The mighty Taza doesn't know that it was actually Artie carrying my magical spell who has lured my foot in this cosmos. But know that he is, what is that? Is that that he, like all others who have died into this lonely kingdom of Taza, will find as far easier to enter than it's leave alive. Yes, it shall be as you have said. Is that a pen mark or an ink splotch? Oh, check it out, the Hypnocoin. Doctor Strange could definitely use that. So, let me go up here. As the image of the evil Dormammu fades from view, the cat-like body of the solitary monarch undergoes a startling transformation. This new intruder, Doctor Strange, will meet his end as these others, frozen and immobile for all time, now change form. And in the sinister shape of a mystic flying scavenger, I shall go test the interloper's powers to see if he's worthy to stand forever in my hall of heroes. Within moments, the magic of Taza locates his earnestly searching quarry. I'm near some evil and powerful being. I can feel it. There he is. Now it is time to abandon the skies in favor of one even more terrible, that of the deadly Samandra. Sorry. And the second only lightning fast reflexes save the master of the mist arch from instantaneous doom. By the vipers of Altor, what manner of creature is attacking me? Sorry, I gotta put this back up here for a minute. Even as he acts to save himself, Doctor Strange Seems as Doctor Strange realizes this is no simple, unthinking monster from the infinite void. I can sense human-like intelligence behind its important appearance. Therefore, it must be magic spells that which defend me as I block the beast's advances with a cloak of levitation. I mean, this is such good art. I love the way this dimension looks. I like the effect. Sorry, I gotta bring something back up to the top of the screen again. A heartbeat later, the creature flees much too readily. But for what reason? This disguise has fulfilled its purpose. I have measured the extent of his power. And so must now for the final, most fearful transformation into the most deadly of all my varied forms. Having sampled the magic of my prey, I can now counter spells used before, and thus, in this time, victory shall be mine. I sense my foe returning, yet in a new, even more formal guise. Instinctively, Doctor Strange employs a mystic's spell similar to the previous one, but only to find it has no effect. The many-armed monster is now immune to my magic bolts. No time for any other magics. Its tentacles are circling me. I'm helpless to prevent them. Slowly, relentlessly, irresistibly, the form of the amoeboid attacker folds the hopelessly struggling form of the master magician. The beast is completely encasing me, its own body, as if to absorb me to its own being. Only one last desperate chance to save myself. My enchanted amulet. Perhaps it can magnify my mental energies into rays of powerful to shatter the shape which now closes me. And even as the potent charm begins to throb with a silent pulsing glow, the entrapped sorcerer vanishes from mortal sight, utterly enveloped by his astounding attacker. Is it too late for the miraculous amulet to save the captive wearer? And then in a burst of blinding light, enveloping energy, Doctor Strange is free. The eternal Vishanti, do ever protect me now, to find out what manner of being I am confronted and why. However, my assailant changes form once more and flees, but this time he shall not escape easily. Yet he flies so slowly, so haltingly, almost as he wishes for me to follow him. Sorry, I'd moved my stand accidentally. The master of the Mist Arc has calculated correctly for my foe can hardly fail to find this, the only dwelling in this dusky realm. Then when he crosses my portal, he is doomed. And yet, indeed, it is only a few earthly minutes later that Doctor Strange draws near the eerie, ominous structure. Once I enter, I must be doubly on guard, for I need no crystal ball to warn me of the impending trap. Yet I must go on to learn if my opponent knows where the dread Dormammu has exiled his hapless victim. Inside the sepulchral palace, the mighty sorcerer finds the attacker waiting for him brazenly. So at last you reveal your true form. I come in peace, seeking naught but information. You lie, for Dormammu himself has told me of your intentions to me, but be warned, I am invincible. Be warned also that many have wandered, intentionally or by mistake, into the twilight kingdom of Taza. They stand here, all about you, and none has ever returned from whence they came. Here they stay alive, but transfixed for all eternity. You refuse my simple request? Request? How dare you request of the great Taza? Now in the name of Satanish the Supreme, you shall join the other moving form into my held halls. Did you say moving, my postal friend? Nay, look behind you. And as a rule, the outer edges of infinity glance back and sees, now evil one, repair thy fate. What? Impossible. One of the defeated heroes. He breathes. Attacks me. Silently Menacingly, the revised captive advances towards pressure. Then, no, it cannot be. I vanquished you once. By the shadowy demons, I shall do it again. Oh, behold, Doctor Strange, how easily I end such search for my mastery. End them, Taza. Rather know that is only the beginning. Still another victim? My victim, another victim's wait. Has my battle with Doctor Strange weakened my age-old spell upon them? But I need not fear. This magical gesture has powers with such which will shield me from any such rush attacks. Ugh! That worthless minion will not save you from my wrath, Warlord Taza. I, who have you bested once, now shall rise against you a second time. This day shall be victor. Yet another? More? Must I reconquer all of you? Then so be it. The very microsecond that the enraged Tarza's mystic spell strikes the threatening figure, invisible shape abandons the body. But he does not realize that it is I, my ectoplasmic self, who is opposed to him alone. His enchanted bolts cannot truly harm the unfeeling bodies of his unwilling guests, since they are already under spell. It was all this way that I was able to force him to expel some of his magical energy on useless targets. So thinking, Doctor Strange's spirit re-enters his physical dwelling. In the next instant, the challenge is issued. Now that I have tested the extent of your powers, also, my lord Taza, time has come for for the starting battle. Then it was you somehow restored movement to my captives. I was a fool not to sense it. But no matter. I still possess more than enough power to defeat you. You overestimate yourself, my rush friend. See how easily my mystic shield wards off your mightiest blows? In truth, I do not know which of us possesses the greater power. Potency of magic, yet I must goad him if I want to attack him relentlessly. But first I must launch an offensive of my own. Now learn a further lesson, my demonic host, as I hurl your enchantment back upon you. You possess great skills, mortal, yet it will be more than a single surge of power to defeat Taza. May the hoary host of defend me. He attacks more skillfully than even I had imagined. For the moment, however, I cannot strike back. I must choose a precise instant attack. Now, impudent intruder, you stand surrounded by the mighty energies of the deadly energy rings. Shall I hear you cry for mercy? None who live shall hear the Doctor Strange cry for mercy, Postal One. See, with a single mystic gesture, I lay waste your encircling bands. He is shocked, stunned by magic, could overcome his spell. This must be the moment of the ultimate gambit. Surrender, Lord Taza. I may allow you to retain possession of your shadowy domain. What? It's not yours to give, as I should demonstrate. My plan succeeded. His eagerness to attack, he neglected his own defenses, and I have breached them. I'm defeated by my own carelessness. That is correct, vanquished one. The battle is finished, and you have lost. And now, my question. Where is the female hurled by Dormammu through this dark dimension? Female? I have no knowledge of any female. I know that only Dormammu warned me you came to destroy me. Do your worst, Taza. It does not fear to die. Destroy? I am pledged to destroy no one. Thus, if you have no knowledge of the girl whom I seek, I have said it. And my own heart sadly tells me you speak the truth. Then I have no further cause of quarrel with you. Merely unshackle the spirits of those victims you have held in bondage all these years, and I shall release you. I shall be as you command. Look, even now the wraiths come to rejoin their captive bodies. Praise O thee, O Master of Magic, for valiant victory is in our behalf. Just as a man returns to the village after absent of many years, and so yet goes and nearly his own home. So the eager spirit formers with their long separated spirit selves. All of you are free to go, and if brash Taza ever chooses to be inhospitable to strangers in the future, we too shall clash again. May the omnipotent Ashtar guide thee always, Doctor Strange, grant that we may someday repay thee for freeing us. Another dimension further than the stars, yet nearer than the heartbeat. A fearful Artie faces his future lord. And so our plans to have Taza destroy Doctor Strange versus failed, O Master. It is not of consequences, all-seeing one, and I am but toying with my implicable foe till I crush him. Make no mistake, crush him I shall. And even as an evil Dormammu speaks, a weary, hooded figure drifts homeward. I must return my own word for time to rest, but I must soon return to rescue her who once helped me. Then Dormammu and I may find ourselves in final mortal combat, so I must strive to prepare myself for that day. Until that day, may the furious flames of the fall tide never find thy fireplace. Play well, stay well, and we'll see the next issue. Sorry, it's really not as easy to read stories for review as it appears. I try reading it faster than I try speaking as fast as I'm reading in my head, so I stumble. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed showing off the Doctor Strange. I enjoyed the book. I hope you enjoyed the story. I hope you enjoyed seeing it. If you've never seen it before, come back again. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. Comment if you enjoyed the video, if you'd like to see more Doctor Strange content, or should I do more of the horror books? And subscribe if you haven't. And honestly, share the video with some friends. And I appreciate you for being here. Anyways, this is Stormcastle saying have a good one.